What up, world? What up, world? What up, world? We are back for another one. Yes, we are back, my friends. We are back again. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast, and it is your boy, Mr. D, back with another great week. Back for another one. Rocking with me on the early one. I got my guy Goku, Big Jew in the building. We about to set this thing off. Another great week. How you feeling tonight, my brother?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I got confidence, man. Unlike these Cowboys right now, trying to figure this thing out with CD. I got confidence though. What's that?
Hey, since you brought up the Cowboys, we're gonna go ahead and start the show off with that. We got some things transpiring with the Cowboys right now. My guy CD said he's not showing up to camp until he gets that brand new contract. I just want to tap in with my guy. How are you feeling about the Cowboys and the dilemma that we are having in Dallas? Because he's not the only one that's gonna come knocking for a new contract. It's almost time for Jerry to pay the pipers. Give me your thoughts on what's going down in Dallas. Tap in.
With me, it's no surprise. Dallas like to do this a lot. We like to play around, and sometimes it is very unnecessary, man. But we do this a lot, especially in particular with our star players. We, we tough it out, we stick it out, we make them do the whole sentence, we make them pay the strain and everything, and then even in the end, we end up not even paying them. It don't even pay off. I'm not against what CD is doing because maybe CD may have gotten word that Dallas may be taking a different route other than extending him or whatever. But there is this practice going around the league where teams are letting the star receiver go in hopes of just finding that other GM either in the draft or whatever.
True.
Sometimes they already got it on the roster. They just need somebody just needs to be promoted or whatnot. There are a lot of other receivers on the Dallas roster that really haven't gotten a chance because of trying to just get the ball around to Ferguson and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and all these guys. There are a lot of guys that were low on the depth chart that really didn't even get any targets. Dallas could be exploring an option like that. Maybe they see something in training camp that we don't even see. I don't know. I do know that Tolbert, man, Jalen Tolbert,
Yeah.
it's time. We've had you for a minute. He is like one of those next men up, if you ask me. It's do or die for him this season. Let's see what you're going to do. Of course, Dallas cannot replace CeeDee Lamb's talent, his impact on the game, on the defense is having to account for him when he's out there on the field. Of course, Dallas just can't up and replace that. I don't even believe they can up and replace that in the next 2 years, to be honest with you. Even if they had a good receiver, he still got to be developed, you know what I'm saying, to be utilized like that. CD is a very important piece to the Dallas offense, but at the same time, the Dallas offense does consist of many different people. So you can't just revolve it around one guy.
But if you look at it, Drew, that's what they've been doing these last past couple of years, and that's why we've been getting into trouble when we come to playoff time because we just been so focused on one particular player, and then that goes back to coaching. You have a healthy balance of both the run and the passing game. Sometimes we allow Dak to do too much. Less of Dak, I think it'll be a little bit better for us this year.
I will say though, I am excited once again. Well, I've been excited probably the past like 3 years, to be honest with you. But this year, I'm also excited about our tight ends. Our tight ends have really been
Yeah.
coming through the past 2 years. I think those are very good options for that. And with most great and elite quarterbacks, their favorite target are wide receivers. Tight
True.
ends, you know.
It's
And
true.
if you notice, a lot of quarterbacks are actually more comfortable with you letting the wide receiver go than letting the tight end go.
Yeah,
You know,
because they bread and butter. You're not finna just be going 15, 20 yards down the field every rip. So you're gonna need them little safety blankets, them tight ends, the running backs that can get out and get you them little 5, 10 yards on the third down. You're gonna need them type of players. So yeah, that is true. They is more quicker to let go of the wide receiver than the tight end.
speaking of, man, CD led the league in yak. When's the last time a Dallas Cowboy wide receiver led the league in yards after catch? I don't even remember. I don't ever remember that happening, man. So the man is very impactful, man, on the offensive side. I believe everybody can see it. It's really revolving around that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's gonna really move east or west, up or down, or anything until we figure out what's going on with that.
Got
You know,
to.
and don't get it confused now. That we want to pay Dak.
Yeah.
We definitely want to pay Dak. The killer thing is we want to pay Dak and we want to pay all of them. We want to keep all of them together. We really don't want to break this up. But we're trying to see if we end up having to break it up involuntarily, what's the minimum damage that'll happen to our roster?
Ooh, it's gonna be a lot of damage that happen if you break that up. A lot of damage, man.
Because let's be honest, like a lot of people assess it like this: CD leaves, there's still some sort of offense. The offense probably okay with CD. We're moving 70 miles per hour. Without CD, we're probably moving at neighborhood speeds 35, 40. But it's still a offense. Now, if you take back away, who's stepping up?
Man. Oh Lord.
We'll still have CD, but who's going to throw it to him?
We'll be sick without,
Can
yeah.
you can you imagine all-star receiver having that backup quarterback or that next man up, and he's not getting his targets right after he just got his big payday? He the
Mhm.
man now. Now you embarrassing him.
True that. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot that they're gonna have to look at. They're gonna have to get in their boardroom and really figure some things out when it comes to them contracts because you need Mike on the defense and you need that. You need that because without Dak, like I said, that's gonna put us back at least another 5, 10 years. Because as you can see, the teams around the league who don't have a quarterback, who have questions at the quarterback position, they struggle every year. And so you don't want to put yourself
They
in that
linger
type of
in that.
predicament. Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in that type of position. But okay, so what do you think would make us want to cut ties with that? Is there any situation where you think the Cowboys would be like, I think it's time for us to move on for that?
What if Dak made it completely impossible for us to pay CD and Michael? I believe we would have to cut ties with Dak. That being one. Two, man, Trey Lance would have to show some sort of flash, like some real hard, solid potential where we could really afford to roll the dice on.
Yeah,
Because this is not a mediocre organization. You
most
know,
definitely.
we're not used to going 3-13, 3-14, stuff like that.
Okay, so how much Ezekiel Elliott? How much production do you think we'll be able to get out of Zeke this year?
I'm seeing around. Trying to remember who's in our running back room. Yeah, I could see with those. If it's those three, I could see Zeke getting about 700. I'll give him about 700. I can give him 700 to 800 rushing yards, about 5 or 6 touchdowns, maybe about I'd say 300 to 400 reception yards.
We gonna need it. We
Yeah,
gonna need
yeah.
it.
I can see that coming into play. And with Zeke's ability to catch the ball, that will actually give him more opportunities than the other. I still see Zeke getting 1,000 all-purpose yards.
Ooh,
You
come
know,
on now.
yeah. So that's still 1,000 all-purpose yards, man. I see him being real productive. I don't just see him just coming back and dragging his weight around and just building his whole game based on his name and his reputation. I think he really gonna get down in the dirt, man, put some work in. So
Man, we gonna need him to show up and be productive because last year, yeah, he really didn't hit on too much last year. So we gonna need him to, you know what I'm saying? He back in Dallas, refresh. Uh
that's that traditional Patriots way of running an
that is
offense.
true too.
The running backs get 500 touches, 250 rushing, and 250 targets. The fuck. And we're talking about all of the running backs, not just your starting running backs in New England. All three of them getting the same load.
Exactly. Ain't nobody get no more than the other person. Stop playing, man. That's exactly how they did, man. So once again, shout
Hey,
out to y'all for joining us tonight, man. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. It's your boy, Mr. D. I got my guy Goku Big Jewel here on the ones and twos on the early set. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all following us on all social media outlets as well. So we still in the NFL with it, talking about the Dallas Cowboys. So real quick, another thing if Mike McCarthy does not get at least 2 playoff wins, do we move on from Mike McCarthy next year? How many playoff wins does he need to keep his job? Will one keep his job, or does he need to get it past the first round, comfortably past the first round?
I'm gonna
Tap
put
in.
it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. I think we can live with getting a playoff win, just one. Like I think we can still move on from that. The thing is how the organization is going to feel about everybody else that's on the roster. Everybody else is on the team. This would basically be like Dak's final year.
True.
So at the end of this year, you know what I'm saying, we only have one playoff win. Dak is asking for a ton of fucking money. We may have already paid CD at this point, and this is all we got to show for it. Okay, it looks like Dak is leaving, so you might as well say, okay, yeah, McCarthy. If Dak leaves, McCarthy leaves. In my opinion, I feel like we're gonna get rid of both of them after a season like that with just one playoff win. Yeah, if we get rid of Dak, we might as well. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of McCarthy. If things change, you gotta start fresh. And if you starting over at the quarterback, you starting fresh.
Oh yeah, because that's ground zero. You don't have no quarterback. You don't have nothing going on. Nothing possible going
You
on.
starting over, and the longer that quarterback stays on that team, you just start building around him. He may come in and it's a whole ton of other people that's already there. But the longer that quarterback stays, people leave and other people come in based on him being there.
You're
So
right about that.
yeah, I believe if Dak leaves after a mediocre season, then yeah, McCarthy's gone. And hell, shit, Zeke probably gone too after. It's like
And they
we
gonna
gonna clean
clean
house,
house.
man. We gonna clean house because we piggybacked off these contract opportunities for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been getting all of this shit out of these guys, man, paying these guys basically pennies on the dollar,
True that.
including that. Did Dak the same way? Yeah. Only guy I think we didn't do that was Zeke. But everybody else, yeah, we did the Diggs, of course. But
Yeah, Diggs got his money.
yeah, but that's another thing. Eventually, Diggs' contract is going to become an issue. Nobody's really safe on the Cowboys. If it is, it would be Dak Prescott. But other than that, nobody else is safe. Especially not the coach. Especially historically, especially not the coach. The coach ain't safe.
No, sir. Hey, Mike McCarthy, you
Yo,
gonna have to. Hey, you gonna have to
hey,
dial it up this year.
if your ego can get rid of a Hall of Fame coach, just your ego as an owner, oh yeah, ain't no coach safe in Dallas, man.
Nobody say. Come on,
Boy, I
dude.
really think it, man.
Oh yeah, he been sparing them folks. So most definitely we gonna be tapped in. We gonna be looking at what the Cowboys do as we get closer to the football season because it's almost football time, y'all. Okay, we about right at about
How
6.
about
Yeah, and it's about to turn up. It's about to go down on both the college and the professional front as far as football goes. So make sure you stay tapped in. Make sure you stay tapped in with us right here at the podcast with the Barbershop Vibes. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. So going back to the NFL, still rocking, still rolling. So we got to keep it going. Last week, they put out some rankings. They had the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. I need to know, do you agree with the rankings? We got Pat Mahomes. They had Burrow 2, Josh Allen 3.
yeah, I didn't know that they had Dak in the top 10 because the list I saw, Dak wasn't even in the top 10. I'm
Yeah.
actually surprised about that. I'm not surprised about the top 4 because, yeah, Allen has went off. I think he killed his touchdowns. Has the guy even missed a game yet? I think maybe his rookie season he may have missed a game or 2 or whatever. But, yeah, so I'm not surprised about the top 4. It's amazing that Stafford is in the top 5.
That's what I was like, he top 5? Stop it. And Justin Herbert is way too high.
Way too, I just now saw that when you said his name. Justin Herbert is way too high.
Way too high, bro.
I would at least put him where golf is. But I'm not going to put golf at 6, though. I don't think golf is the 6th best quarterback. Not right now, in my opinion. I think they had a good season, real good season, but I'm not going to put him at 6. If we're based on right now, I would actually put Stafford at 6, and I would put Stroud at 5. He did do have an amazing season last year, man. He was the first rookie quarterback that had a 4,000 and with at least 100 quarterback rate.
My
So
thing is, I think people reacting though. I do agree with you. He did have a hell of a season, but I think people are really ranking him too high. I think they living in the moment. Going back to college, he did ball out at Ohio State. So coming in, he
Okay,
was
well,
projected, and then he did keep it going last year. I give him his props. But him for now, we ranking this man in the top quarterbacks. Whoa, pump your
all right,
brakes.
well, before he got there, what else was everybody else doing in Houston?
Uh, yeah,
Like, what else was everybody else doing in Houston? So Stroud has came along, and now you got a couple 1,000 yard receivers. You had a tight end that was on pace for 1,000 easily until he got hurt. And Dalton Schultz, like the offense changed. He elevated a lot of guys, and that if you make your team better, you come there. Come on, that's
yeah.
different.
That
Now look, check it out. That's a little bit different from Dak. Like Dak don't just really make everybody else better. He does his job. When
mm,
Dak does his job, we do good. So it's not Dak makes CD better, or Dak makes Ferguson better, or Dak even makes Zeke better. It's just when Dak does his job that we want him to do, we do good. But somebody like Stroud, he's made guys run routes better. He's made guys catch better, block better. All of this. That's why I put him there. Because look, I don't feel like the other guy down in Miami. I don't feel like Tua made
Tua.
those guys. I just feel like he was doing his job. He was executing fly routes and stuff like that, like he was doing what he was supposed to do.
That's true.
Stroud was picking guys apart with quarterback accuracy. Is the
Mm,
point I'm trying to make.
okay, I can get with that. Real quick, jumping on the show, man. On this break, my guy, my brother, the Live Five, man, jumping in real quick. Q, how you feeling tonight?
I'm hanging in there. What's going on with it?
Man, no much, man. Up here talking about these quarterback rankings. They rank the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And so I was just asking Goku, do he agree with where they rank the quarterbacks? My brother, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Like Stroud has a hell of a season, but I'm not sure he can't just say top 10 yet.
Exactly.
Top 10?
Come on.
It wasn't a mediocre like season though. Like,
It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. I'm gonna give him incomplete because I need to see more. What he gonna do?
Hey.
The what he like? Let me see the first 6 games of the season or something. At least. At
talking
least.
about them.
I'm just saying. You can't.
Saying it.
Whoa,
Tom
back up.
Brady.
Back up. He had a better season than Pat Mahomes?
Even maybe even Dak Prescott's rookie year.
No. Oh,
Oh, he's
okay.
talking about rookie year. He's
Rookie
talking about
year,
rookie
rookie
year.
year, rookie year.
We were basing it off
I don't
is
know.
season.
I don't know because you know Dak had a hell of a rookie season.
He did, but if you go back and look at it, Dak did more of just winning as opposed to putting the numbers up. Now Dak puts the
Hmm.
numbers up, but Dak wasn't putting the numbers up just then. We was running.
Yeah, I'm not. Like he's my favorite quarterback out of trail, hands down. But I just need to see a little more. That's all. I think he could solidify, fuck
Where
around
you got him?
top five.
Is he in the top half or the lower half? Put it like that.
Oh, he's definitely a top half. Yeah,
All right, so that's
Uh,
16.
he probably had. He probably about 12, something like. He's definitely 12. Like I give him that definitely 12. So yeah, he on the outside like that.
yeah, because if that's the case, I look at him like Jordan Love,
That's
who
different.
Yeah.
That's good. Jordan Love didn't do a full season, so that's different.
I don't know. I look at him like Jordan Love because as Jordan Love, he's sitting out right now. He want a new contract. Is he
All for
worth?
one season.
8 games.
That's crazy.
Ooh-wee. Do you
Now
think
that's
he,
wild.
yeah, do you think that's gonna have like a negative reaction on the locker room?
You'll look at it and you could tell, okay, they've had Jordan Love for a minute. It's not his fault that they wanted to just still see how much further they can go with the Aaron Rodgers situation. If you drafted this guy knowing that you still wanted to stick with Aaron Rodgers, that's not his fault.
Hey, it is his fault. He was a third string quarterback. He definitely got drafted. He was a third string quarterback at first.
His fault that they drafted him like that,
It's his fault he couldn't be second string. That's his fault.
but they drafted him at what number? First round, right? So that's not his fault that they drafted him so high, and then they want to put him on the shelf like that. And now his stuff is matured, it's due, and y'all don't want to pay it. Y'all making it seem like it's just off the 8 games. But if you would have gave him more games to play, it'd be based off 24 games, 17 games, however many. I don't just want him to try to do nothing, you know what I'm saying, outrageous. You ain't entitled to nothing based on your work. I'm tagging your ass. Fuck that. If we could tag that based in, and Dak actually did like a good tenure of 3 years or 4 years or whatever, if we could tag Dak, bro, we could tag him based off 8 years, 8 games. That's what
Yeah,
I say about that.
he definitely ain't gonna get paid.
Is he worth 50 million?
Who Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Over 3 years.
Is he worth
Yes.
no 50
Yeah.
million a year? And you know that's what he's trying to go for.
Right now, man, he need to cut that out, man.
He's
All
trying to
these
go
guys
for
need to
50
cut that
million.
out, man. Because
He
you
needs
got
50
Trevor
million.
Lawrence getting 55, so no, he's not. He's done. Hell no. No.
You know, that's what the man sitting out for us. The Packers gonna have to make a decision if he's worth that money, because how long you think he gonna get him to come up with something?
Wait, so they tag him, he'll still make around what, like 40, 45, 50?
Yeah, somewhere, brother. Man, I see who
Yeah.
want him. I see who want him. Put his ass on the block.
Man, you can't put that man on the trade block this early, man.
Shit.
Hey,
Somebody will pay him. Ain't gonna be us.
Take that man away. Nobody, they gonna give you IOU in return.
Man, who need a quarterback, man? Who still need one?
They'll take a quarterback, but they ain't give you shit for him.
Oh, you'll give about a third round pick for him.
And give your ass a ninth round pick. That's when the draft get extended. Goddamn it, give your ass a ninth round pick.
And the expansion draft.
what quarterback y'all think got the most approved this year?
Did Jordan Love, since he won $50 million? Shit, that's easy. That's easy.
You right. I ain't even think about that shit like that. Like Jordan Love definitely got a lot to prove. He wasn't even on the list of quarterbacks with the most.
Yeah, because now he won that contract, he's gonna have to prove it, because like you say, off 8 games, that's what?
Yeah.
Trying to hold off.
You basically did a half life.
I say Jordan Love, Josh Allen, and it don't even matter about 3, 4, and 5. Those two different.
Why you say Josh Allen?
Cause man, I started losing faith in my boy too.
Because we is sick of him and his shenanigans. That's why we sick of Josh Allen, man. Hey, he tripping.
I feel like he's getting a little help from that great Seminole, you know what I'm saying? That's coming into town.
Hopefully.
And I think he's gonna save him. So we still won't see how great Josh Allen is, because somebody else is coming along to help him. So hope he don't fuck this up.
We gonna see.
All right, so I got my boy Pete Will on the line. Can the Colts win the AFC South this year? Can y'all win the South?
If we got AI for the full season, yes, no doubt.
Have y'all done anything to upgrade y'all line to protect them?
Oh yeah. The line was like slick decent last year. It was slept on. Yeah, we had a decent line. He got hurt because he was still trying to play like he in Gainesville. That's why he got hurt.
Yeah, and it's a different ball game.
Guys all of a sudden got an AR. That's crazy.
We still got that Badger running that thing. I think we're gonna be all right.
Hey, y'all gonna need some big from him in the
back. I got y'all third above the Titans.
Hopefully, y'all can score a third touchdown in the playoff game against the Packers.
I got 9 and 8.
9 and 8 for the Colts.
Hey, how about?
And a pop.
Wow. So now we playing spades. That's crazy. Now we playing spades.
I'll give you a possible, man. Y'all might get 10. To be honest with you, it may just be structured that way. Y'all might have strength of schedule phase.
I got 11 and 6.
Ooh.
That means you're gonna be the Colts fan this year, then. Y'all hear that? You hear this first, right? He said 11 and 6. That means he wearing Colts this year.
Oh yeah. He gonna be out and proud, man, for sure.
Big shit. I see you. Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Rep your shit, man. Y'all resurrected them Peyton Manning days. Hey. Hey, Jordan, the show. You already know who it is, man. My guy, my brother, the Tricky Trey. What it do, bro? How you feeling tonight?
Hey, I'm happy, man. Tom Thibodeau signed for another 3.
Go ahead and run Brunson into the ground.
Hey, I know. You got right on time, my brother.
I gotta get back on the float.
All right, bro. Appreciate you stepping in, bro. Be good out there. All right, so once again, shout out to my guy, the Tricky Trey, joining us tonight on the show. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you are following us on all social media outlets. We are the podcast with the barbershop vibes. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. We're going to leave the NFL, because we've been talking about the NFL, but we're going to jump back into that a little bit later. We're going to jump back into that a little bit later, but since you are the resident Knicks fan, like you said, Tibbs have been extended. Then you know that y'all have assigned Mikal Bridges. Y'all got a lot of stuff cooking up there in New York. But before we get into Tibbs, I want to ask you about Mikal Bridges and the Villanova chemistry. Do you think with Tibbs being the coach, do you think that would help pay off to get y'all a little bit further than y'all was this year? Tap in, my brother. How you feeling?
Yeah, man. I think that whenever you can add a key essential piece such as Mikal Bridges, and he's been successful in the roles that he at the other locations and other teams that he's been at. I think that when you add somebody that's already been linked with you, that's if we have an AAU team, but we all go to different high schools, and then we all just don't happen to end up meshing up at one high school. Then hey, we gonna ball because we already got that chemistry down. We know where everybody gonna be at. We know they shot, how they like to receive the pass. If it's a bounce pass, catch and shoot, if it's come off a screen, back screens, they gonna have that chemistry that they can give off to the other players on the team to make everything gel and make it a lot smoother. I'm not saying that they're gonna just run Villanova's offense, but knowing if they have different sets ran like they did at Villanova, they know where each person's gonna be at. The only other person that's gonna learn it is the five, which is probably gonna be Randall or OG or something like that.
Through that. I think it's gonna be something that they can tap into. They have a chemistry. They know each other on the court and off the court, so that's gonna help them in the locker room, bring the people along there. So I think it's gonna be all right, but it's really gonna be up to Tibbs and how Tibbs coach them next year. Tibbs cannot run them into the ground.
Now I will say this about Tibbs though. Tibbs plays an aggressive hand, and he in a way had to play an assertive and aggressive hand last year because of the injuries that we had with Sud, and it was like if we don't ride Brunson like this, we would have got bumped way earlier than when we got bumped at. So it was like he had to lean on him. But I think this year with a little bit more depth on the bench, and then our summer league team is actually looking pretty good. Oh, buddy, they said he might be the backup point guard.
Tyler Coley.
Yeah, they said he been balling. They said I was like, dang, they gonna give up Deuce McBride's spot like that? I was like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, he a pretty decent guard out of Marquette.
Yeah,
he's pretty decent.
So my concern is like, what we gonna do at the 5? Unless we just gonna allow Embiid to have his 60 every game, just hope that nobody else score that much. Cause we don't have a center other than Mitchell, and I'm gonna say Mitchell Robinson. He's straight, but he's just a defensive presence. He's not gonna go out there and get you at least 10 points, 8 rebounds, and maybe a couple assists.
I was wondering when you was gonna bring up the fact that y'all lacking in that.
Hey, I've been said that. It was D and them that was saying, "Oh, y'all gonna have Randall at the 5." I said that man gonna get bullied.
Hell yeah.
He gonna guard.
Randall got a little weight, so I thought he was gonna be able to
doing a little big baby action under there.
I thought he was gonna be able to do some, but yeah, he was not ready to play the 5. He needs to be the 4 for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Big enough to be like a Z-Bo or nothing like that. I was like, nah, he gonna get destroyed. Because think about it, he had to guard Giannis. He got to guard Embiid. Got to guard Mobley from the Cavs. Man, that'd be a tough outing every night, man.
yeah, fact.
That's gonna be a tough outing because the thing is he gonna have the advantage offensively, but man, getting back down 30 times a night, it's gonna be like, oh my god, okay, now, I can't do this shit. I can't take this shit no more.
So how do you feel about Tibbs and him getting that extension? Do you think he is the right coach for y'all? Do you think that he is the coach that can lead y'all to the championship?
Yeah, Leon Rose going crazy. The extensions, players picking up, and the personnel. It's been so far. It's been looking pretty good. And that's why I said hopefully everything like this carries over into the season with limited injuries and everybody flowing and gelling together. So I think we're gonna be successful. I think we'll probably come. I never just like to base everything on regular season performances, but I think we'll come in probably like 3rd in the regular season. I still think Milwaukee's gonna bounce back, have a better year. I think I got Boston and Milwaukee being above us, and then it's gonna be us, and then the 76ers, and then Indiana, and so on and so forth. But that's who I got in the top 4.
Okay, go cool. Tap in. Do you think that Tom Thibodeau could eventually get the Knicks over the hump and get them to the championship?
No. I can give y'all the conference final, the Eastern Conference final, maybe. I don't know, man. These teams aren't gonna be the same as they was last year, man. I don't know why the Knicks just think they got a route that they know for sure that they could take and get there again. Yeah, not at all. I don't see the Knicks getting to the champions to the finals. I give them the conference finals.
And they just extended that man and gave him
Yeah,
all that money, but he ain't the coach that can get them to the final.
Yeah, he's not that guy because if he was, he would realize from the jump that hey, I need somebody down there in the center. I can't just do this. It's just these guys that I got now. Shit, we just tried to take that route this year.
It is true.
hey, there has been talks that the Knicks have been trying to see if they can make any trades or the deals to get Karl Anthony Towns, which that'd be a huge upgrade from
Yeah,
Hartenstein. That'd be a massive upgrade from Hartenstein. A passing 3-point
Man,
hell yeah.
that'd
now,
be great.
if
But
y'all can
but
pull
they
off
said
that, oh yeah, y'all could.
but they said we would give up two picks, Deuce McBride, but I don't think they would want McBride now because they just picked up a guard in the draft. I don't know how they're gonna work it out, but there were some conversations about us trying to get Cat, and I was like, I'd get rid of Cat for Julius Randle. Julius Randle's a good player, but I'm like, if you sign OG Anunoby to that large contract, and he's a better defensive player, and he may not get you all the points you're gonna need, but that's what you got Mikal Bridges for. You got him to come there and do points. DiVincenzo, Hart, Brunson. So at this point, you got enough scores. Now you need a defensive presence. And that's all Tibbs really be on is that defense.
Exactly.
I would think that would be a good trade. Randall, I think first round pick, and it was Deuce McBride, but I don't think they'll do that now. But for Cat, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
That'll be dope. And then y'all should have enough money to do it because Jalen Brunson took that little discount. A lot of people was liking that a lot. So do you think him taking that discount is going to eventually help y'all to attract another big time star to New York?
Yeah, I think that when you think of ball, especially regards to stadiums that you want to play in, there's nothing like having the Garden a home arena. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. I'm about to say outside of maybe the Lakers, but to be able to say, "Oh, the Garden is a home court," man, that's gonna be tough to turn down, especially if you're a big name person, because you're gonna get all those deals and endorsements being in New York too. I can see another big name coming there, but I just don't know who, because I don't know any like major like centers or power forwards that could be centers that we would be able to plug into that system if we were to trade like Julius Randle or something like that for them. So it's all up in the air right now. Cause I'm about to say, shit, Mitchell Robinson could barely play 4 minutes straight. So him trying to be the only center on the team is crazy.
Oh yeah, this gonna be crazy, my boy. Goku, do you think Jalen Brunson, him taking that discount, do you think they will be able to eventually bring somebody in? Or do you think that was just him helping them save some money?
I agree with him taking that cut. I think that'll help, man. That's a good look, like you said. But who's out there that you can get that you can plug in with or who can you actually entice with such a roster? You know what I'm saying, to want to play with you guys right now. Are we sure we're gonna get the same Jalen Brunson that we got last year?
I'm
We
sure.
could get we could get a more conservative a Jalen Brunson that gets his teammates more involved, putting the game on his shoulders late in the playoffs last year. I think it could, but who is there? I'm not even sure who's on the free agent list.
I don't see anybody.
pretty much everybody else has been spoken for.
Yeah, been
Yeah,
spoken
yeah,
for.
exactly.
Anybody else now it's gonna be basically like the bottom of the barrel type. They really
And and for Randall, it's gonna have to be accompanied by something. I don't just see nobody just trading straight out, just like straight for just Randall. I believe it would have to come with maybe a second round or something like that, possibly.
We got two first round picks and a third round, I think, next year. Because that's what we were gonna give up for Cat. We're gonna do 2 first round picks, Julius Randle and McBride. So
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
Cat is the premier player. Anybody else below him, we're not gonna give away no 2 first round picks.
Oh no, you'll be a damn fool.
Well, options like that, yeah. Who wouldn't want to explore that trade there, man? That's a pretty good trade right there.
Yeah.
Julius Randle in the first round, hey, that's pretty good. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see how it goes, man.
We most definitely that's something that we gonna be tapped into. So we still in the NBA with it. I want to ask y'all about my guy. Just got hired by the Lakers. JJ Redick, my boy, I think he's gonna be able to do something. He might be able to make some twerk, make some work over there. So I want to ask y'all, what do you think will be his biggest obstacles next year going forward with the Lakers? Tap in.
Deciding what the fuck to do with Bronny James.
But you real though. That's real though. That's gonna be a big obstacle for him to try.
It's gonna become an issue eventually, man. He can't play in the summer league forever, man.
He can't.
I don't think so. I think his obstacle is gonna be telling Anthony Davis to stop being a little female. Say, hey,
I was going.
I'm not all that. My ankle not feeling good today. I got stomach virus. I don't feel like playing. Man, if you don't suit your ass up and give me 18 and 12, I ain't trying to have bullshit.
I was gonna hit it Anthony Davis. Yeah, I believe the bigger thing will change a lot of guys' role. They won't be doing the same thing that they were doing last year. You may have a few guys that they weren't shooters last year. They're gonna be shooters this year. And you have some other guys that maybe didn't crash the boards. They're gonna crash the boards more this year. So, yeah, and like you said, man, they're gonna need to because they got to figure out what they're gonna do with AD. Man, he's become a hindrance. It's, in my opinion, it's not even worth it like that to me.
Right now, we're just talking about the obstacles that JJ Redick is going to face being the first time head coach in the NBA. Like, it's going to be tough. So Bronny is going to be one of his obstacles, how he's going to basically navigate the locker room, him once being a player, now him being a coach, how that dynamic is going to work, how he's going to be able to get over the officiating, and how he's going to be able to handle the refs. That's going to be an obstacle, I think. So it's going to be a lot of things that he's going to have to focus on, him being a first-year coach in the NBA.
I think he'll be able to manage, the officiating and the criticism it takes with being the coach. I think it's going to be him getting full control of the locker room because even though you're the coach, everybody and their mama know who run the team. I think that's going to be one of the things that he's going to have to get in his head like, hey, that's not the narrative. I'm the coach, I'm running things, and everything's getting run through me is going through Rob Pelinka. LeBron is still just a player days. I think once it gets a handle on that, and then I'm sure LeBron is going to try and take a back seat so he can let him fall into his role and just give his assistance, and with him being playing forever and shit, I think that he's going to tell him like tips and pointers, but I still think LeBron's going to take the back seat to him and be like, hey, don't look to me, look at the coach. Like, this is what we finna run, this is what we finna do. This is what he draw up, this is how we gonna run it. So I do think Bron is gonna do that, but yeah, I think the biggest issue is gonna be like he gonna be like, AD, man, LeBron been trying to give you the team for a couple years now, dog.
And don't forget, the Lakers did have to make like a brief appearance in the postseason. For you to do less than that, that's gonna come with criticism.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Keep that in mind. Like this, we keep saying this all the time. Certain organizations aren't just used to a whole lot of mediocrity. You can't go out there in the entire league and embarrass the Lakers.
You cannot, because you're going to be out the door immediately. That's going to be a quick way for you to end your contract. And then that was going to be my next question about JJ Redick. Do y'all think he'll be able to finish out his contract with the 4 years?
Yeah. I was gonna say 4 years I think so.
Yeah, you think he gonna finish his contract?
It's tough, man.
Is a 4th year option?
But like Goku, I already know what you're alluding to now, Goku. But shit, who they gonna go to next if they let him go?
Exactly.
So that's the only reason why I think they'll keep him, because they're like, shit, who we gonna get next?
Yeah, who we gonna get next? And think about it, we're talking 4 years from now. So 4 years from now, there may be no LeBron.
Oh, it's not gonna be no LeBron in 4 years. Most definitely, he's out the door.
And then,
don't count him out, man. LeBron might take Lonzo Mourning kind of role and just play once every 4 games until Bryce come.
Yeah, so the roster's gonna be completely different then, man. So you'll be starting way over. Can't no coach just say, yeah, I can come in and do better than he did. You don't even have the same roster he had. So, who they gonna replace? Who they feel comfortable in starting over with at that point?
Yeah. So that's like why like he won't, but I feel like they gonna look at it like, who will replace him with?
Yeah, thinking about that, with that being considered, I mean, are the Lakers all in? The roster won't be the same by the time JJ Redick finishes his contract. It's going to be
They
told
must. They must be.
between this year and next year. Yeah, they got to be all in.
Yeah, they got there. Yeah, they
Or
on in.
they could have gave him the 4 years because like LeBron, y'all say he gonna be gone 4 years. They can get rid of everybody and clean house one more time. Start fresh with everybody. New coach, the post LeBron era, and go a whole different direction. So I don't know. That may have been what their idea was. Like, hey, we're gonna try this out. If we ain't seeing no motion in the ocean in these 4 years, hey, LeBron, you can hit the bricks, and JJ, your ass can become a podcaster again.
So if they clean house, LeBron is gone. Does that mean Bronny is gone too?
Bronny may not even last for the 4 years, to be honest with you. I'm
Ooh.
not even guaranteeing that.
I,
Like,
I got, hey, I've been said I wasn't sold on this game. The only high schoolers that I seen that's been killing was the Boozer twins, Ian Anthony, and his brother. But I like Ian.
you talking about? You said Carmelo's son, right?
Yeah, Melo's son is gonna be in trouble.
Yeah,
He gonna be trouble in the league. Hey, but they say Gilbert Arenas' son is cold, but I don't know what grade he in.
his daughter is cold, dude. His
He,
daughter is cold.
he a young.
You see
I
the
think.
video?
Like the only like high schools I know about was Bryce, the
Yeah,
Boozer twins, and then Kai and Anthony.
yeah. Gilbert got some youngins coming up that they nice, dude, and they got games just like him. Like they trying to shoot that bitch way back there, way far
Oh
beyond.
yeah, yes
Yeah.
sir. All right, so give me your thoughts on his summer league because we're gonna see him this year with his dad at some point. We don't know when it's gonna be, and a lot of people been talking. But he started off kind of rocky, but he was able to find his niche toward the end of his summer league debut. I just want to know how y'all feeling about him in the NBA. What do you think are some of his projections? Tap in.
I think he's gonna be the Thanasis 2.5.
Chill out, bruh.
He gonna get in, have a few little show out plays. That's gonna be it. Probably gonna be a game changer until maybe
Did you? But
third year in the league.
Jerry, you saw the comparison with the other NBA players, like that turned out to be good NBA players,
Yeah.
and Jalen Brown was a comparison. His first 3 games.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the overall flow of the game. Yeah, I saw what you talking about though with because they were talking about like his pick because they said what Ginobili was around the same pick and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some good players that end up turning out well, but they had I'm not seeing that kind of dog like I want to go out there and get it attitude. It's like right now he's passive and like nervous still, and that's what I'm saying. He's young.
I see that a lot I think it was a game where he didn't. I don't think he even shot a shot. He was like, oh, no, I think he was like 0 for 8 or something like that, and
Yeah,
he just stopped shooting. And I could just see it in his face. It was like, man, he's losing confidence in the game because all of this noise that's around him, and then on top of that, he's not producing like that. So yeah, it's not even the same. Like his game isn't even the same. That shit that we saw like on in the highlights and all of that, that's not it. He's out there like really trying not to fuck up.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I can personally tell you that's nobody in their family. That's not their personality. It's to try
Right.
not to.
Hey,
Like they do
and
their
like
thing.
and like they said, Mason Cam said on "It Is What It Is." Shout out to "It Is What It Is." I fucks with Cam and Mace. Hey, you already got the guaranteed contract. You should go out there going crazy. He
Yeah.
that's
should
true.
he should be shooting everything, finding where his comfortable spot is. Hey, am I an elbow guy? Am I a corner guy? Am I on top of the key? Am I
Because
off the
now
curl?
is the time to do
Hey,
that. Now is the time to do that. You
that's
got
the
to figure yourself out early, man.
because that's what's gonna help you jump from being the water boy to the second string point guard right there. Trying to be conservative. They gonna be like, man, we don't even know what you can offer us now. The 3 games you could display what you got, you ain't show us nothing.
I don't see him just not being on anybody's team in the league for a while. Like for the next 4 or 5 years, I see him being in the league just based off his name, his presence, whoever he is. Guys are gonna keep him on the roster. Now, whether he moves up or down on that motherfucker, I can't make a guarantee. Just to hear, oh man, Bronny's on this team, so he may play today. He fuck around and don't. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, he gonna
So,
be under that type act right there, Jude. Damn,
no,
that's crazy.
I'm just saying, just based off the chance that he may play, people are gonna buy tickets. That's the
True.
see. I don't. He's gonna sell more tickets than Giannis, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
I see teams. Yeah, they gonna keep it good or not. He's gonna make a roster, man, for the next upcoming years. To me, but I
Yeah,
don't see him being after seeing what I saw the summer. He still got to make it to third, huh?
yeah,
I'm about to say, because Bronny's what the point guard, right?
yeah. They got him running to one.
He would be under pause. He'd be under D'Lo, and he'd be under who else?
Max Christie, I think Christie is a point guard too, and they just
What
signed him
what
to like.
what's Austin Reeves? He's a two.
Yeah, they got him. They got Reeves listed at the two. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be the two. I think he'll be a more of a good point guard. He's just gonna have to get his body right and get a little bit more weight on him. I think, but he got a nice IQ. I think he can get right in his second year. I think a
I
one
keep
good year.
hearing that echoing that time after time. He got a good IQ. He got a good
Yeah,
IQ. So
yeah,
I'm starting to see that maybe there's something there. Maybe he can learn something. Maybe the game does slow down to him or whatnot. Because it
yeah.
does. Some people, even if their abilities don't allow them to react good enough, the game still slows down. They still can tell you what each player is gonna do or and whatnot.
Because I think a good solid year with LeBron and him getting in the weight room and him just really playing the game. I think next year, not this rookie year, but his second year, I think he's gonna take off and do some good things. I think he'll be a full-time NBA player his second year. But like you said, how far he takes it is gonna be ultimately up to him. I think he that good. And with a year with LeBron getting his body right, studying, developing in the NBA, he'll be fine. Because he already been around it all his life. Only thing he needs a real good solid year. Now he just can't they can't do that on 2 weeks, off another 2 weeks, play this day, play it now. He gotta stay consistent. His body gotta get used to running up and down the floor, used to being up and down, used to taking them cuts and dives and saying them long flights and all that stuff. His body got to get adjusted to that. Once he get adjusted to that, I think he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be
I
straight.
Hey, you heard it here first. I see Bryce coming in the league and surpassing him.
Ooh. Now
I
Bryce is
said
that
it.
dude, man. I ain't
I'm only
gonna lie
gonna
now.
say it. I'm only gonna say it once now. I'm only gonna say it once. You hear it here first. I see his brother coming in the league and surpassing him.
You heard it here, right here at the podcast with the barbershop vibes, man. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. I got my guy Goku in the building. I got my guy the Tricky Tray in the building. I had my guy the Live Five pop in. So we're gonna leave that right there on their part of the NBA. I want to talk about Team USA. Now, 2 weeks ago, the guy told me that Team USA will be looking to beat people by 50 in the upcoming Olympics. Granted, it's still in the early exhibition phase. They told me that they were going to be beating people by 50. All right. They
Right.
had a close game with Canada, had an even closer game with Australia. Serbia pushed them to the brink. Then you already know about the South Sudan game. They only won by 1 point. Then, on top of all that, Germany pushed them to the brink too, where they only lost by 4 points. So, is there any cause to concern about Team USA? Give me your thoughts on the early play. Tap in.
They got a bunch of old niggas out there. Plain and simple. They got a bunch of old niggas. Hey, they got the YMCA All Stars out there right now. They
Okay.
want to pack that arena with so many big names. It don't even matter. They don't care about winning right now because there's so many other players in the NBA that could have taken so many of those spots. But
Right.
it's just USA just chucking up some bullshit, pretty much. like I told you, if you go back to when we first discussed it, I said them niggas be lucky if they walk out there with bronze.
Ooh, you did say that.
Bronze, they're gonna be the bronze all stars.
It's exactly what my guy said. Now I can't lie about that. My guy was the first person to say it.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, cause the thing is, they playing these teams when they don't even have all their people that was supposed to be on it.
I'm on record saying that yeah, it's not gonna be a cakewalk.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not,
Right.
That's a lot of elderly guys that you're trying to throw out there on the floor, man.
They
You know?
could go ahead and call Melo and tell him to go ahead and suit up.
Especially you giving them first deal. Yeah, y'all go out there and play until y'all get tired.
Call the folk elderly, bro. You crazy, call the folk elderly. But hey, but
We
and
35
that's
plus,
crazy.
we coming at the game tired. We already tired when we get here.
But that's crazy though. The eldest of them all, LeBron James, have been the person that have saved them both games they were down. LeBron saved them with a layup at the end against South Sudan, and this last game against Germany, he went off and he hit the last 11 points for them. So if it wasn't for the King, gee, boy,
Who is he matched up against though?
he
Is he
don't
matched
matter.
up against a powerhouse? Is he matched up against the weakest
Hey,
link on the
LeBron going against the country's mechanic.
team? You know what I'm saying?
Nobody else.
And he just realized that, man, this guy never played basketball.
Man, y'all so crazy, man. Everybody said the mechanic and the chef.
Hey, that ain't no different when we be seeing Kyrie Irving go crazy with Drew League. Like, man, you
Yeah.
go to get somebody that working foot action full time. Come on, man. He's
Hey,
supposed to put up credit.
But see, y'all joking though, but those the same people that push these folks to the ring. Though you got to give these folks they props that they are catching up with the USA when it comes to basketball, because we make these jokes that they are the mechanic, the fireman, the preacher man, the local shoemaker, whatever. But these guys they got buckets though, bruh. They have buckets, and so the Team USA, and they told me that my guy said 50. I said, wow, 50? Y'all think this 1992? No, oh no, sir. And these folks not going because they got a point to prove. Hey, we can run with y'all, we can beat y'all. And then to get the
Another point they proven is we're part of the reason why your league is so good.
um,
Supply players as well.
we
Some of our guys are y'all best players in your entire league.
this is true. If you look at all these different teams, they have multiple players from the NBA.
Hey, that plumber and that construction worker, hey, let me hoop full time and not be up on this 50-foot scaffold. I'll be going crazy too.
Man, yeah.
It's crazy, man. So, hey, Team USA, they most definitely gonna have to buckle down. I think their first game is gonna start on Sunday. The first official game, the 26th. It's gonna start count towards their play. So, luckily, they're in a pool where they can actually get out, but they don't have to face like any of the tough countries just off the back like that, like Canada. I think they're gonna play Serbia first. And so they'll get Joker first. It's gonna be tough. And like I say, even Serbia pushed them to the brink. So the only thing that's really saving Team USA is that depth. Because once you get past that first 5, man, here come another 5. And other teams, once you get past that first 5,
the deeper you go down, the fresher the player is as well.
yeah. So
younger guys further down the depth chart.
Hey, I can best believe Joker said, hey, we was this close. Hey, we whooping their ass next time. He probably, I'm gonna have like, AD ain't gonna want to suit up this time. Gonna go crazy.
It's gonna get physical.
Yeah,
yeah.
Look, I got. Hey, who you said they play Serbia first?
Yep.
What's the? I wonder what the spread is on that game. I definitely take the spread for Serbia. It's probably like 7, probably like 6.5 or 5.5. I take that, and I take the under. I don't think the United States gonna score that many buckets.
Man. That's a lot of disrespect you got going on. So.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, think about it. If you only lost by 4, that's probably 1 layup and 2 missed free throws that you missed the first time you played them. That helped them out. You don't have to look at it as LeBron saved them. Like we had 2 errors. We were 2 errors away from tying, if not beating these guys.
Yeah, they play Sunday. They play Serbia, and they are a 14.5 point favorite.
Oh yeah, I might go ahead and put me a parlay in tonight. Definitely gonna take that spread. 14.5. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 14.5.
That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna blow them out. Joker definitely gonna show up and go crazy. He might have 45. So yeah, I'll take that. What's the over under? 140 or 130?
Over under. It's a over under 181.
181.
Yeah.
I take now. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
You don't think so?
Nah. 181. That's 90 points apiece. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a it might be like a 91. It might be like a 91, like 87 game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Ooh-wee. That's gonna be a good one.
hey, so you heard it here first from the Tricky Trade. I got Serbia the points, and I even lowered the points to 5.5. I'm taking
Ooh-wee.
with the point, and I'm taking the under.
Ooh, y'all heard him right
And
here.
fuck it, Serbia money line. Let's go.
Oh, not the money line. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't no bad man like that, but I know the money line mean that you picking them straight up.
Hey, straight up.
You heard it here, right here from the Tricky Tray, man, right here on the podcast with the Barbershop Vibes. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. So once again, make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you are following us on all social media platforms. And currently, we are still looking for sponsors. So if you would like to sponsor our wonderful podcast, you can send us an email at tappedinsportspodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that's tappedinsportspodcast@gmail.com if you would like to become a sponsor for our wonderful podcast right here that we put on every week on YouTube, man. So shout out to y'all for joining us, man. We're talking about Team USA, a lot of stuff going down, being pushed to the brink. My guy said that he take it Serbia on the money line. Hey, money line, shout it. That's what I'm talking about.
Give me money line, and I want the under. Come on, Underdog Fantasy. Go ahead and sign us up. Sign us up. I got a nice pen.
Hey, Underdog Fantasy. Hey, you heard that right there, my man. He giving out the good bets that people should take. Hey, we need to get us a segment going on the Tricky Trade top picks, top bet to go for Underdog Fantasy. Yes, sir. I like that. So we're going to leave the Team USA right there on that end because I want to jump into the WNBA because past weekend, the WNBA, they had their all-star game where you had Team WNBA. They was able to come away with the win over Team USA. So I gotta ask my guys a question. You know, how do you feel that the WNBA All-Star game did as far as ratings, people being interested? Tap in.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I watched a few moments of the game, and I was looking on Instagram and everything about the different activities they had going on throughout that weekend. It's definitely a rise in the sport. Definitely a lot, even outside of just women watching. It's a lot of men that's in tune too and keeping up with the sport as well. So I think that the WNBA is going to continue to grow. They have some big names, and they're actually doing their thing and actually progressing in their careers, whether it be Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. My girl Cameron Brink got hurt. God, dog. Oh, my girl, man. That's why. Hey, that was my ace right there. But Asia Wilson, they all out there balling. So I definitely see that the game and everything around it growing and progressing and continue to go in the right direction for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. It's going in a great direction. Like you said, Cameron Brink, man. I sure hate to see that she got hurt because she was gonna be my pick. I think that she was gonna eventually take over the rookie of the year conversation because she could produce on so many different levels. She was one of the ones that was really slept on as far as the rookie class goes in the WNBA. I hope she can rebound and come back strong next season, even better than she was this season. So once again, we're talking about the WNBA All-Star Game, man. It was a star-studded event. The stars was out. You had Team WNBA coming away with the win, 117 to 109. Orika Agumawale was the MVP. She had 34 points, and she went off in the third quarter, scoring 21 of the 34 points. You had the WNBA, some of the ladies who was kept off of Team USA on the women's side, they was able to get a little get back. So do you think that Team USA is regretting not putting some of those ladies on the team now after they got beat 117 to 109?
No, they doing the same shit that the men doing, putting a bunch of old. Hey, I'm just keeping it real, man. Hey, sometimes you gotta, and I'm learning this now with just like with music and other things, man. Sometimes you gotta let these young niggas step in and do their thing because they holding it together.
Let the young folks have it sometime, huh?
Exactly. There's a lot of rappers now that's really good, but I can't keep coming out saying, man, they ain't got shit on Nas, they ain't got shit on Jay, they ain't got shit on Big L, and they're like, man, what? Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. So it's like, man, they just gotta just trying to be conservative, take a team that they knew had a little camaraderie, had played together, but they was just like, I guess, on the fence with, let's go ahead and bring these young girls in and see how they do they first go around. Now they like, oh, they bust our ass. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think they're like looking sideways or regretting it, but the next time that they come around, that they're probably gonna extend this search a little bit more to not just drop on the first 12 that they think that's gonna be the best. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna do some real extensive research on these young ladies to make sure, because it does. I know they're not regretting it, but they do got people looking like, bruh, hold on now. These supposed to be the people who's supposed to represent our countries. And like on the men's side, the world has caught up with USA. Newsflash, we ain't the best of the best like that no more. So you just can't be in and you think you got the best 12 until you get over there, and then you facing a South Sudan or you facing a Germany. And it's gonna be a little bit different on the women's side. Like I love the women, but it's gonna be a little bit tougher. You don't have a LeBron James on that side. You don't have a Steph Curry or a KD.
The only superstar I know that's just gonna get buckets like that consistently is probably Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know what you might get out of Diana Taurasi. Kelsey Plum, she on that team too, right?
Yeah, Kelsey Plum on the team.
Yeah, so you never know what you're gonna get. They may have in and out games, but I know Aja Wilson, she gonna walk in, tie up her shoes, and already have 10 and 10.
I was about to ask you, should they be concerned going over to Paris with Team USA taking a loss like that to Team WNBA?
I don't know, cause I don't follow a lot of international women's basketball, so I don't know if they're gonna go over there and go against like. But I don't know if this sounds racist, but you know how they say them Swedish girls be big and tall. They gonna see a lot of Berthas over there at center, and they gonna be crazy on them. So I don't know. But they do come across some teams like that. I'm about to say, I think it was Sweden or Germany, where the girls be like 6'1", 270, but got some good feet. Hey, that's gonna be a wrecking ball coming down through there.
Most definitely, man. So it's gonna be crazy, man, as these girls as they keep on with their season, because now they're on a break and they still have some more to go on the WNBA season. So we're gonna be tapped in because we still got the Rookie of the Year race and debate going on between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I don't know how you feeling about it, but it's tit for tat right now, man. You could basically flip a coin, bro, for real.
Angel Reese right now. Well, hey, doubles like that. And it's still going right now too.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, I don't know, man. Caitlin Clark doing her thing, but cause I think she had the most assists in the game with 20 or something like that.
At 19, I think
19.
19.
So yeah, I'm about to say she getting her accolades too, but I don't know. Angel Reese, I'll probably give it to Angel right now because that double is, and she doing it night in and night out. That's
Angel averaging 13 and 11, and Caitlin is averaging 16, 5, and 7. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna be really trying to give it to Caitlin, but I honestly think, man, Reese, like you say, man, they double and she doing it consistently, bro. And she dogging and she getting beat up. She getting beat up. She getting beat to sleep. And I love Caitlin Clark. And like I've been on the Caitlin Clark bandwagon. It's nothing against Caitlin, but as far as like the Angel, as far as like her just going and being dominant. I mean, you have to be dominant to get rebounds. Like anybody can shoot, anybody can pass, but to inflict your will on another person and just go down there and just rebound. And she's a rookie. I mean, she a young blood out here doing against these vets, the same vets that been beating these girls up the whole time. She hanging with them. She in there on a consistent basis, like delivering. So to be honest, you really could flip a coin, in my opinion, and it get heads, tails, pick one. You know what I'm saying? Because
it takes Caitlin Clark too to bring her team because they're not in last place. So to put their team where they at, because obviously with her being, because she was the first pick, right?
Yeah.
So her being the first pick, that means their team was terrible, and now they're not terrible. So she's transforming that team. Like you said, it could be almost like a flip a coin because when you change the dynamics of a program, that's what captures the status of a most valuable player. Reese got added to a team that was doing well, and now they added another piece. Whereas Caitlin Clark went to the worst team, and now she's helping develop them into a better team. So I agree with you on that. You can almost flip a coin, and whichever it land on, go with that person. So I think that'll work. But I'm leaning more towards Angel Reese right now.
Yeah, so most definitely they still got a lot more season play as they come back from their All-Star break. So shout out to y'all once again for joining us tonight, man. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. It's your boy Mr. D. I'm still rocking with the Tricky Tray on the ones and twos. Had my guy Goku, had the live 5Q wheel in the buildings with us tonight. So we still rocking, we still rolling. We leaving the WNBA, so I want to jump back into the NFL. I want to rap with them about the NFL and about the quarterbacks and how they was ranked, because the NFL came out with their rankings on the top quarterbacks in the league. So I want to ask you, do you agree with the way that they rank these quarterbacks? So we got Pat Mahomes 1, Joe Burrow 2, Allen 3, Jackson 4, Stafford 5, Herbert 6, Stroud at 7, Rodgers at 8, Goff at 9, and Dak at 10. Tap in. How you feel? Did they get it right?
The first 5 I'm cool with. It's something about from Justin Herbert to Goff. It's something messed up in there, because I don't know when it says overall ranking the quarterbacks. Is that ranking them regular season? Is that ranking them preseason ball?
I think you take into account both regular season and postseason.
So essentially, I would find it hard to put CJ Stroud up there because he's only played 1 year. It's all you have. His only numbers you have to combat his off of is just his own numbers, because it's his first year. He can't say, oh, he's progressed for his last year or he's done better in his first 3 years than certain people. So it's hard to put him above Goff and Aaron Rodgers at that, just because he had one great year, which he had probably one of the best wide receiver core in football. I think he had a great, amazing season at that. I think he had an amazing season. But I just feel as though when it says ranking the quarterback, I don't have anything to, like, if I put his stats up and then I put up like Aaron Rodgers stats, it's gonna show Aaron Rodgers' last 5 seasons worth of stats. If I bring up Jared Goff, it's gonna show his last 5 seasons. I can only go off of this lineage of work from 16 games. I can't say how he did anything else because I don't have any other stats. So I would put CJ Stroud 10, and I would just move everybody else up 1. I would say he's still in the top how he performed last year, but I can't put him over those guys that's been in the league. So yeah, all of them have played in playoff games and got to at least, I think Rodgers got a Super Bowl. Goff has played. Goff, when he didn't he go to the championship with the Rams, but they lost?
Yeah, they lost.
So yeah, how can I put a rookie over all 3 of those guys? It's not
bananas. Like, it was bananas. Like, CJ Stroud, people are living in the moment. And like I told Goku earlier, like, we too caught up in what he did last year.
Yeah.
And no way he's supposed to be this high. If we're giving him top 10, he can be number 10. But anything over number 10, bro, y'all tripping. Y'all got to stop it. If that's the case, we might as well put Jordan Love based on what he did to the Cowboys, because they stumped him a hole in the Cowboys. So if that's the case, he should be in the top 10.
And this is not me being biased, and I'll give you my reason. I honestly think that Lamar should be second, because Lamar lost to the Bengals, but he got hurt. I think that's when they had Buddy, and he fumbled it, and that's when the Bengals beat us that 1 year. But I think that Lamar should be second just because he's a reigning back-to-back MVP. Like, that's not to be slept on. Out of all the players in the league, this man has won back-to-back MVPs. He hasn't got over the hump in the playoffs yet. But I still think that Josh Allen's definitely going to have a completely different year next year with the receivers he's got, which I think he got some good studs in Keon Coleman and what's his name, the other guy that he got. But losing Stephon Diggs and the slot guy,
Gabe Davis,
that's gonna
that's gonna be
a
cool
big difference. And who was the number 2?
Number 2 was Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's always hurt, so that's another one. I just don't see how they put him above Lamar. I think he's only missed maybe a couple, if not 3 games. But other than that, I think it should be Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, then Josh Allen, then everything else is in order, and then just put Stroud at 10, and then everybody else down the line. I think Herbert could definitely get up in the top 5 if he just had receivers. He ain't had no good receivers.
Man,
He ain't had no
stop it, man.
receivers.
Don't get man, stop it, man.
He,
That man I had Mike Williams.
he was
Who else?
always hurt.
Man, stop
Hurt.
it. Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen was his only person he could throw to. Keenan Allen had
Eckler.
that's it. That's all he had. That's all he had.
Man, we making too many excuses for Justin Herbert, man. Dude, hey, yeah,
This gonna be the first year Justin Herbert got 3 good receivers.
Back of the bus, Herbo. No way that man's supposed to be number 6 on this list. I ain't even campaigning for Dak to go up any further, but these two, Justin Herbert.
I'm only moving Dak. I'm only moving Dak up to 9. Everything is slides. I'm not going crazy with the changes, but I think Justin Herbert hasn't had any receivers that's been healthy the whole time he was there. A whole time. And then think about it. He had what, 4 different offensive coordinators? He only been in the league 5 years.
But if he's elite, like people project him to be elite, we supposed to see something a little bit more. I'm not expecting him to change the world, because at the end of the day, he does need weapons. He does need coaching around him, but I don't see what everybody hype about. What? Like, Justin Herbert is not that dude. Like,
to
be
me,
honest,
Herbert is a great quarterback. He just never has all his weapons. The only person that was consistently available all last year was Eckler, and now Eckler's gone. Now he had Keenan Allen's gone. So now I don't know who the hell he got. I think they got one good receiver, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be the same thing. And his tight end, I think, is like 38, and Greg Everett. So I'm like, come on, man. They not getting this guy kind of help.
Yeah, they gonna have to get him some help. They went ahead and got him a new coach, so hopefully, coming there can establish a winning culture in Los Angeles, because they need something. I don't know what they got going on with the Chargers, man. They gonna need something to bring the city of Los Angeles out, because they waiting for them to come on out. So hopefully, Harbaugh can come in this year and establish their culture.
Hey, but you never know though.
Yeah.
Hey, Harbaugh might bring that Michigan kind of offense. Go be 3 tight ends, a running back, and maybe 1 receiver. Hey, you never know.
Hey, and I asked my guys this question earlier: can the Colts win the AFC South? Do you think that?
Trying to think who are the AFC South.
The Texans.
Okay, no.
It's the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Titans.
The Titans are being last place. The Jaguars are being 3rd. They can come in 2nd behind the Texans.
So you think the Colts better than the Jags?
The Texans have the best wide receiving core in the NFL right now. They got Stephon Diggs. They got old buddy from Michigan. Then they got Tank Dell, and they got a good tight end. And they just got old buddy the running back, Joe Mixon. Hey, them boys got weapons for days.
Okay, so with that being, is CJ Stroud going to be the quarterback with the most pressure on him coming up this next season?
I think that they're going to put him in a category like how they did with Dak, where Dak had all those receivers. They're like, hey, man, we got you everything. How you cannot fuck this up. Like, you got everything at your disposal now. Because one year, Dak, he had great receivers like everywhere. And I think y'all still end up losing somewhere along the line.
As always.
But I don't think they're gonna necessarily put him in it, but they're gonna categorize what they expect out of him as, all right, we got you a definitive number 1 receiver, you got definitive X and Y, you got definitive tight end, and we got you a running back that's gonna get at least 6 yards of carry. So it should be like last year was tough because of your first year. This should be an easier path moving into your second year.
Yeah, it should. So hopefully they can surround him with the things that he needs, so he can go ahead and be their quarterback that they need him to be. Because it's going to be a lot of quarterbacks out there that I think it's going to have a lot of pressure on them this year. Aaron Rodgers being one of them quarterbacks, because he got a lot I think he needs to prove in New York, because him having a short season last year, and him with the off the field antics and missing OTAs and all this different stuff like that, I think he's going to have a lot to prove, especially to the naysayers, because a lot of people been down on him since he's left Green Bay. So he's going to have to go out and prove to them why they went out and made all these moves for him. Like why they gave him all this control, why they went and got his former OC, why they went and got his former receivers and stuff like that. So I think Aaron Rodgers has probably got the most pressure on him this year.
I would say the most pressure. They just paid him, but they didn't just pay him, but I would say it's gonna be Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Like they like, hey, you broke the barriers with the big contracts. You started all this shit. We need something.
He gonna have to produce something. Yeah. If he don't get it done this year, they gonna have to ship him out, most definitely.
I think that's the player that I think is gonna have the absolute most eyes on coming, because before him, no quarterback was getting those kind of deals, and he just tore the ceiling.
Oh yeah, he blew the roof off. He blew the roof off, and he hasn't really produced nothing since. So, and it's really just based on what they thought that he was going to do, and he really haven't panned out. I believe because he spent all that time away, he really hasn't been able to get back to that old Deshaun Watson that we remember from Houston. So hopefully he can do what he need to do, and that investment can pay off for the Browns because they invested a lot of money. Another guy that's holding out, trying to get that new contract right there, brother Jordan Love. Do you think he is worth $50 million? Is he a $50 million quarterback? Because that's what the QB is going for nowadays. He wants a new contract. We know he only played about 8 games, but he wants a new contract and he wants some big dollars. Is he worth $50 million?
At this point, I would know, just because we haven't seen the durability of him for a full season to see how he plays like throughout the whole season through everything. I think he's definitely a leader of that team, and he's definitely commanded them well going into where he was left off from last year. But just say, oh, I want more money now, and give him a 3-year or 4-year deal for 50. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a lie. He asked for a lot. He hasn't shown up to camp. And do you think that's going to have a negative effect on the locker room? They after only 8 games hasn't really proven anything. Now he's holding out, don't want to participate. Could they potentially have a negative effect on the Packers locker room?
I always think they're going to get a deal, especially when you're at a primary position like that. They're going to get a deal done. It may not be the exact number where you're wanting to be at, but it will be relatively close. I don't think I wouldn't buy much stock in it that is going to hurt the locker room, because I feel like they're going to end up getting it done. Whether it be, all right, we can't give you the full 50, but we can give you this. We can give you 45, and then we exercise the franchise tag, and then if you meet these merits, we give you a bonus. I wouldn't do it,
man, because he wanted, he pushing it, but he kind of got him because if you don't pay him, where do you go? I mean, at the quarterback position, if you're the Packers, where do you go? So you like in a catch-22 with this situation, because on one hand, he hasn't really proven anything. I mean, he did get y'all a win, but he hasn't really proven enough to where y'all, like you say, feel comfortable giving this man 50 million.
They might be trying to make a play to go after y'all guy next year, but ain't no point to go that route because your guy's older. It will make no sense for them to pay all that money to get Dak, and he's older. They might as well just pay him and just say, hey, this is the investment right now. Shit, we're going to see what's going to happen.
Ooh-wee, man.
Ideally, that wouldn't be a bad pickup if they were to get Dak.
So most definitely, man, that's something that we're gonna be tapped into as we get forward to the football season, because we're about right at 6 weeks until the football season starts. So we're gonna be tapped in. Shout out to y'all once again. It's your boy Mr. D, still rocking with my guy, the Tricky Trey. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you following us on all social media platforms, talking about the NFL, because football season is up on us, both college and NFL. I want to talk about some of the games that's going to be popping off. The last time we talked about week 7, I know it's been a while since we talked about the games, but I want to talk about week 8 in the NFL schedule. So real quick, all right, on Thursday, we have the Vikings popping off with the Chargers. Then starting off on that Sunday, we have the Ravens against the Browns. That's going to be a good game right there.
That's going to be
tough. Y'all going to be able to pull it out? Y'all gonna be on the road in Cleveland.
That's gonna be a tough game. This is week 8. I think we'll be established by week 8. So yeah, we should be able to get that dub. But I got the Browns having probably one of the best defense in the NFL next year, outside of Houston Texans. I think they're gonna have an amazing defense. With that defensive line that they put together and how they set up that secondary, I think it's gonna be very tough. But I think we'll get that dub. Let's see what game stands out to me that I think is gonna be a very good game. The Cowboys and San Fran will be good. The Bengals and the Eagles. I want to say the Texans and the Colts will be good because then they'll actually have Anthony Richardson back too. So
True that. Another game that I think that's going to be good right there. You're going to have the number 1 draft pick versus the number 2 draft pick, and Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels. Day week 2, the Chicago Bears is going to be at Washington playing the Commanders.
Washington get that game by at least 6.
I don't know. People projecting that Caleb Williams is going to be pretty good coming out the back with the Bears, and the Bears have given him a lot of different weapons. They improved a little bit on the defensive side, so I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as easy as people thinking it's going to be. That's going to be a tough game right there.
I'm about to say they got a very good wide receiver core too. They got Roman Dunze, Keenan Allen, and then more. So they have a nice tandem too. But it's that offensive line. Are they gonna give him at least 3 seconds to throw, or is he gonna be off the run every play throwing the ball?
Yeah, they most definitely, their offensive line is going to have to protect. It's going to have to be able to hold up and sustain. Another game, I think the Eagles versus the Bengals. I think that's going to be a good game right there. You're going to have Saquon Barkley in the backfield for the Eagles going up against Joe Burrow. Every time they show up, they're going to try to show out. Hopefully Joe Burrow can still be healthy. Because Joey, he'll be out by week.
Yeah, that's right around his clock out time right there.
Yeah. So hopefully my guy can stay on the course and can actually do something. And yeah, that's going to be a game to look out for sure. So definitely excited about the NFL season that is upon us. You already know my prediction. I think that the Kansas City is going to pull a historic feat this year. I think they're going to win 3 in a row. Never been done in the NFL. So I think my boy Pat Mahomes got it, man. Is when you look at, they really didn't lose too much, and they brought some good weapons in. He's got Hollywood Brown now, and he got Xavier Worthy out of Texas. I know. Hey, get that hate out your heart, brother. Get that hate out your heart, brother. Let it go, Gary. I know he did not do nothing for the Ravens.
What Hollywood's hands look like.
I know. Hey. But if you think about it, when people come to Kansas City, it's a different feeling that you get. It's something different that clicks with receivers. Because, come on, bro. What was Juju doing before that?
He was doing decent in Pittsburgh.
That man had flamed out by the time he had. After he left
went to the Patriots.
Exactly.
Who was throwing him the football?
Went to the Patriots. It don't matter. If you that dude, you going to make it happen. Went to the Patriots. Really didn't do nothing, and then found himself in Kansas City. And what happened?
He had a dude with a video game name throwing the ball, Bailey Zappi. Get out of here.
Valdez Scantling, my boy. Huh?
He's ass.
Exactly. But he's a Super Bowl champion, though. Because where did he find himself at? He found
the Towel Boy got him a ring too. We're gonna talk about him.
Oh wow, really, bro?
Hey, really, bro? I'm telling you, man, it's the Ravens' year, man. It's probably the second best defense that we had since Ray Lewis and Ed Reed now.
No, sir.
And now we got a true running back. Derrick Henry finna tote that bit. He finna go crazy.
Man, you tripping, bro. Ain't no way.
And there's another thing too, though. Derrick Henry gonna actually have another good good fullback in front of him, like when he was in Tennessee. He had blasting game. Now he got Patrick Ricard. He finna be getting off.
So that's what you think? You think y'all getting off?
Yeah. I got us going. We don't have a very hard schedule. We're
gonna pull up the schedule. Don't worry about it. As we get closer to the season, we're gonna pull up everybody individual schedule, bro. No, sir. Y'all I give y'all 10-7. Y'all a 10-win team this year.
10-7.
Yeah.
Hey.
Y'all 10-win team.
Just because y'all gonna be a 7-10 team, don't be. Hey,
fam, don't do that.
Hey, you know what's his name had told y'all? He said that's a loss. With his cowboy hat on, that's a loss.
Like folks be denouncing their letters, I denounce my membership into the Cowboy fan club after the regular season. Because I already know.
I'm about to say I got Cowboys in a 9. I got y'all honestly like 9-8. Because y'all schedule is very difficult.
It is this year. I will say that.
Y'all being 9-8.
I will say that. Like I say, this is gonna be a hard regular season. This might be the first regular season in a long time that I'm not even a Dallas Cowboy fan in the regular season because this motherfucker right here, man. God, boy, they did it to us this year, bro.
That's a tough schedule. And I think that it's not gonna really hurt his stock. But with Dak, his contract season is gonna be up next year. So I think this season they're gonna be like, all right, so let's really analyze how Dak does this year to see what we do.
Man, it's already understood.
They gotta pay Dak if they pay him next year, and they gotta pay Michael Parsons next year.
Yeah. So it's a lot of decisions that's gonna have to be made in Dallas.
Niggas on the payroll that work for AT&T Stadium.
Hey, they gotta go ahead, come on, cut their bag.
It's time to cut them checks.
Jerry gonna have to come on with their bag. Hey, he knew what was coming up. He already knew what was coming up. You the owner, you the GM, finance man, you the garbage man, you the popcorn man, you everything. So he know what's going on. So come on, don't even try to act surprised, man. Go ahead, bring out that bank.
Hey, I'm telling you, D. Hey, don't be surprised they shop your boy Dak, man.
I wouldn't be surprised,
especially if y'all go 9-8. Don't be surprised.
Oh yeah, if we don't have a winning season, if he don't win 2 playoff games, he's done.
Oh, that's not anyways.
He can't win. I think they may let him slide with 1 playoff win.
No,
but I think he need 2 of them. To be honest, he need to get past the first round comfortably. He need to get past the first round and lose like on a field goal in the second round type shit at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like if he just get blew out, like if he have another year like we had last year and just get stumped, ran out the building. Oh yeah, Dak, you got the road. You got to hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back.
I'm about to say next year, shoot, I don't even know if it's like heavy quarterbacks coming in the league next year.
Not too many. I know Milroe probably gonna be coming out. Dylan Gabriel probably come out. Shadur come out.
That'd be crazy if y'all go after that. If y'all let Dak go and go after Milroe, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. It's a couple of them, but I know Shadur, he gonna be the highlight. He gonna be the one everybody gonna be going after next year. That's gonna be the number 1 quarterback everybody gonna be trying to get. And somebody else may break out this year. You think Colorado can make the playoffs this year?
I don't think so. Not I got us winning it all. I got the Ducks winning it all. And I got us down there beating every team by at least 12.
Wait a minute. Before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
Run it back again. You said you got what?
I got the Ducks winning it all. I got us losing 1 game, either to Michigan or Ohio State, one or the other. But I think we're going to win it all. And I think most of our games are going to win by at least double points.
We're winning it all as in like y'all conference?
No, win it all. Win the whole shebang. Win the whole shebang.
Hey, you better stop this foolishness right now, my boy. The Oregon Ducks winning it all.
Hey, I'm telling you, in the back of Dan Lanning's head, he remembered what happened when they played Georgia at Mercedes-Benz for that first game. He gonna return the favor.
Ooh-wee.
I'll tell you who I think the final 4 teams gonna be. I think it'll be Georgia 1, us 2, Ohio State 3, and Alabama or Michigan at 4. So we either play Michigan or Alabama, and then
what time it is?
Ohio State or Georgia.
Hey, but for sure, we gonna stay tapped in. Shout out to y'all for joining us. Shout out to my guy, the Tricky Trey. You finishing up with me, my guy, the Live 5 Q Wheel jumping in. My guy, Goku Big Jew. Shout out to the rest of the fellas. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Remember, we are currently looking for sponsors. So, Underdog Fantasy, please tap in. We're trying to get straight top bets. All right. Sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. We appreciate y'all joining us this week. And like I always say, live your life. Never let them live it for you. Bang. Let's go.